Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, it brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Thursday, wherever you are today. Thank you for being here, and I hope that you've had a lovely week up to this point, and I hope that you have a good rest of the week, and of course, a wonderful weekend ahead. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, and I'm glad that we're here together, and we continue to read amazing books here, and of course, we continue to take your recommendations as well, and waiting on them. And when they're here, we're trying to make sure that we get everything right so we can share them here on Storytime. So please keep sending them. Do not give up. Keep sending them our way, and we'll do our very best to bring them here to you to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in. And we do have a special book today, one that just, I love so much. And I love the way that it tries to explain the story of Ramadan. And this one is called Hannah and the Ramadan Gift. And this one is written by Qasim Rashid and illustrations by Aaliya Jaleel. And we're reading this one with permission of VIKING, an imprint of Penguin Random House. A big thank you indeed for allowing us to share this beautiful book here on Storytime. Thank you indeed for being here. I hope you're ready for this one. Hannah and the Ramadan Gift, coming up very shortly. Thank you indeed for joining us, and excited to be here with you. And please, as always, let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you. Excited to be here with you. And I hope that you are well. Thank you indeed for joining in Storytime this morning. Good morning to you, Megan. How are you doing? And of course, Ari, thank you for joining us out there in Kentucky. And Maple and the Barbies are here too. Well, thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you out there. How is it in Kentucky today? Thank you for joining in. I see the party is here. Thank you so much for joining us. Maple, the Barbies, and of course, Ari and Megan. Thank you so much for joining us out there in Kentucky. And good morning to you. How are you doing today? Say happy Thursday from Sarah and Nathan out there in sunny and pleasant Illinois. Well, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for sharing that. Enjoy that beautiful sounding weather. Out here in Oakland, a little bit cold still. I think it will continue for the rest of the week. So if you're out here near and around Oakland, just be sure to carry a jacket with you. Extra layers. Better to take layers off than needing one and not having any. So thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely love it. Enjoy it. Sunny and pleasant out there in Illinois today. Thank you for being here with us, Sarah and Nathan, and of course, Amanda West. Thank you indeed for joining in Storytime. I hope you're ready for our story for today. Good morning to you, Pamela Courtney. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining in. Braylon, Chad, Auntie Ann, good morning to you. Hello, Storytime family from Natchitoches, Louisiana. You say, well, thank you indeed for joining in. And the Storytime family hears you loud and clear. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to you. I hope that you have a wonderful start to your day. Looking forward to our book today. This one is called Hannah and the Gift and the Ramadan Gift. Not the gift of Ramadan, the Ramadan Gift. This one from Qasim, Rashid, and illustrations by Aaliya, Jaleel. And we are reading this one with permission of the publishers, Viking, an imprint of Penguin Random House. Thank you indeed for allowing us to share this beautiful story here today. Happy Thursday, everybody, wherever you're joining us from. Yes, indeed, glad to be here with you, not taking it for granted. And of course, if you're able, if you're around, please do join us on May 11th as Marietta Apollonia will be here with her brand new book, Jack the Library Cat. So please do join us for that one. Come have fun with us. Excited for this visit, excited for this book, excited for you all to get this book. I've been lucky indeed to have had an advanced copy, so I've enjoyed it, and I cannot wait for you all to see it. Yes, for you all to be introduced to Jack the Library Cat. And then, of course, on June 3rd, we will be at Children's Fairyland for the Children's Book Festival happening June 3rd. Come join us. It is a Saturday, way coming in June, and the summer on the weekend. Come join us. Come have fun with us, and excited for this one. Lots of creators will be out there with us as well. So come join in, come have fun, or indeed let your friends to let their friends know that we will be at Children's Fairyland on June 3rd. Thank you indeed for being here with us on Storytime. Get ready, get comfortable, get cozy as we'll be getting started with our story for today, Hannah and the Ramadan Gift. This one coming to us from Viking, an imprint of Penguin Random House. Join me on the other side of this very short message when we are back for more story time. Thank you indeed for being here with us on Story Time. Absolutely appreciate you, and I'll catch you after this break.
Hey everyone, it's Tiffany Golden, author of I Want to Be Big and Wash Day, and you are watching Storytime with Mr. Lamata.
Have you ever wondered what makes you special? Maybe it's the color of your eyes. Maybe it's something that you can do, like sing. Well, with my brand new book, I See Me, you'll find out exactly what makes you awesomely special. Make sure you keep in touch with me on my social media handles and at Just in Time for Storytime. You're watching Storytime with Mr. Lamont.
Welcome back indeed. Thank you so much for joining in. And a big thank you, of course, to Tiffany Golden for that amazing book, I Want to Be Big. And of course, you know that we featured both Tiffany Golden and we've also featured I See Me. So please join in and see all those amazing books here on Storytime. But of course, find them at your local library. Thank you indeed, Justin Ford and Tiffany Golden. But today we have another book at hand, and this one is called Hannah and the Ramadan Gift. This one is written by Qasim Rashid and illustrations by Aaliya Jaleel. And we are reading this one with permission of the publishers, Viking, an imprint of Penguin Random House. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you love it. I hope we learn from it. Here we go. And I have to show you the end peppers. You know I have to. Isn't that beautiful? Kind of reminds me of the design in crescent moons and pointed minarets, which we read on Monday. Hannah and the Ramadan Gift, written by Qasim Rashid, illustrations by Aaliya Jaleel, read with permission of the publishers, Viking, an imprint of Penguin Random House. When her Dada John gently shook her awake, Hannah Noah opened her eyes slowly, confused by the darkness. The sun hadn't even risen yet. But when she saw her grandfather smiling down at her, she remembered. Ramadan Mubarak, shouted Hannah, jumping out of bed. Hannah had been counting down to the first day of Ramadan, the holy month of fasting for Muslims. And now it was finally here. Oh. Do you observe Ramadan? What do you know about it? Yes. Hannah realized what it was. Ramadan Mubarak, shouted Hannah, jumping out of bed. Hannah had been counting down to the first day of Ramadan, the holy month of fasting for Muslims, and now it was finally here. Ah. Can I fast this year? Hannah asked. Going from the dawn to sunset without eating for a whole month seemed hard to Hannah. But now that she was 8, she was surely old enough. How proud her grandma, Daddy Jan, would have been of her today. Not yet, my dear, Dada Jan said. Fasting is for grown-ups, not for growing children. But if I can't fast, then how can I celebrate Ramadan? By saving the world, replied Dada Jan with a smile. Hurry up now. Let's join the others for Sari before the sun comes up. Join others for Sari? What is Sari? When Hannah heard Dada Jan's response and smelled the food of Sari, the special breakfast of Ramadan, she forgot her disappointment. After Sari and the morning prayer, it was time to get ready for school. Let's stop at the soup kitchen on the way to school, Dada Jan said. Why? Hannah asked. Don't we have plenty of soup at home? Dada Jan explained, the soup isn't for us, Hannah. When we fast during Ramadan, we feel hungry, and it reminds us that all over the world, there are people who don't have enough food, so we must help them. Don't we have enough soup at home? Hannah asked. No, Hannah, the soup is not for us. But the world has so many people. How can we help them all? Hannah asked. We can help our neighbors, Dada Jan replied, and that's worth the world. Right? Small steps. We can help our neighbors, and that's worth the world. Later that day at school, Hannah played with her friend Maria. That's the bell. We should go back to class, said Hannah. Wait, cried Maria. I lost my grandmother's necklace. It's gold with a green gemstone. Can you help me find it? Let's look in all the places we played today, Hannah said. But the necklace wasn't on the basketball court or on the kickball field. Where could it be? I know. Let's look in the jungle gym, said Hannah finally. And there it was. It must have fallen off when I did that backflip. Thank you, Hannah. Hannah rushed into class after the bell stopped ringing. Next time, please make sure you're on time, said Mrs. Holmes sternly. But I was just, Hannah wanted to explain. She tried to explain, but her teacher had already started reading again. Ramadan had just begun, and already Hannah had gotten in trouble. Helping neighbors wasn't as easy as Dada Jan had made it seem. Next time, please make sure to be on time. On the 11th day, Dada Jan woke Hannah early before sunrise. Shall we save the world again today, Dada Jan? Hannah asked excitedly. Then she remembered that today was also an important day at school, the big science fair, and she did not want to be late. Don't worry, Dadajan said to her. We're up in plenty of time to stop at the shelter before you go to school. Come, let's go. But Dadajan, the people at the shelter won't know that we are the ones who donated the clothes. Why does that matter, Hannah? Asked Dadajan. Sometimes it's enough to help people simply out of love. Besides, he whispered with a wink, all the best superheroes work in secret, don't they? Ah, yes, indeed. When Hannah got to school, she got ready for the science fair. Amazing model, Hannah, her friend Danny said as Hannah arranged her model replica of Abbas Ibn Fenas flying machine. Thanks, said Hannah. What's yours? It's a globe showing the dates and flight path for Amelia Earhart, the first woman to fly solo around the world. Oh, look, Maria. Maria made a robot. Danny set his model down and ran off. Uh-oh. Danny, wait! The globe was rolling off the table. Hannah lunged and caught it just before it smashed into the ground. That was close, Hannah thought to herself. She put the globe back on the table before anyone noticed. Danny wins! Hannah was happy for Danny. He was a good friend and the globe was amazing. But no one knew that Hannah had saved the day. How was the science fair, Hannah? Asked Dadajan when he picked her up. Fine, said Hannah quietly. Why didn't she feel happy about doing the right thing? Dadajan made it seem so easy. On Saturday, 20 days of Ramadan had passed. Remember, you have a play date with Sarah, called Hannah's mother. Sarah's family had just moved into the neighborhood. But I was going to work on my art project today, objected Hannah. And I don't even know Sarah. Hannah, that's not very nice. We need to welcome new neighbors like family. I will make you a deal, Hannah, Dadajan said. I will go with you. And if you're not having fun, we can leave whenever you want, okay? I won't have fun, muttered Hannah, but she went with Dadajan anyway. They ate delicious canafe that Sarah's mom had made. They looked at pictures of Sarah's friends from her old school. Pretty soon they had lost track of time altogether. Ready to go? Asked Dadajan. But we haven't finished our game, said Hannah and Sarah at the same time. As the saying goes, time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? When they got home, Dadajan showed Hannah an old family photo album. Hannah couldn't believe what she saw. This is from the year we moved to this place. We didn't know anyone. We didn't speak the language. So what did you do? Asked Hannah. It was the kindness of our friends that got us through, said Dadajan. And, he said, twinkling at Hannah, it probably helped that your Daddy John was happy to feed our neighbors the best butter chicken in the world. That evening, when Hannah thought about her Ramadan, she was sad. First, she got in trouble after helping Maria. Then, she did the right thing to help Danny, but she felt sad that no one knew. And she was ashamed about how she did not want to play with Sarah at first. It was the last day of Ramadan. Sunset during Ramadan is called iftar, said Hannah. Iftar. That's right, said Dadajan. At, at Iftar, we break our fast, and when the sun sets on the last day of Ramadan, it's the Eid al-Fitr celebration, Hannah exclaimed. Yes, it is. Dadajan smiled. Do you think you made the world a better place by helping your neighbors this Ramadan? I tried, Hannah responded, but I don't think it worked. I I wouldn't be too sure about that, said Dadajan. Aw. Hannah, stop being too hard on yourself. The sun was shining the next day. It was finally Eid. Hannah and her family headed to the mosque for Eid prayer. The mosque, like their home, was decorated with Ramadan lights, and the air was filled with the wonderful aroma of her favorite Eid desserts. After Eid prayer, they visited the cemetery to remember Dadijan and other loved ones. Mm, food day, isn't it? Yes, after Eid prayer, they visited the cemetery to remember Dadijan and other loved ones. They got home for the Eid party just as their guests started pouring in, exclaiming, Eid Mubarak! Hannah's whole world was there to celebrate Eid. Her cousins from out of town, her friends who attended the church across the street, the neighbors who attended a synagogue right by their mosque, the Sikh family who ran the soup kitchen at the local Gurdwara. Everyone was hugging her and saying, Eid Mubarak, Hannah. Yes, Hannah's entire world was there. They ate delicious kheer, gulab jamuns, and jalebis. They hugged and laughed. Race you to the last gulab jamun, said Dadajan. But Hannah had something else on her mind. How do I really know I've helped the world this Ramadan, Dadajana? Yes, how do I know indeed? Gulab jamuns do taste great, I must say. Well, let's see. Did you help your friends when they needed you? Hannah thought about Maria. Yes. Did you help others simply out of love? Hannah noted as she thought about Danny's globe. And did you show love to those who had no one else? I think so, said Hannah as she thought about Sarah. Then you have your answer, said Dadajan. It would still be many years before Hannah could fast for Ramadan, but she had helped her neighbors, her world, and that made this the best Eid ever. Ah, yes, indeed. It would still be many years before Hannah could fast for Ramadan, but she had helped her neighbors, her world, and that made this the best Eid ever. Ah. And that, friends, is the end of our story for today. And of course, there's an author's note. If you managed to get this book at home, managed to get it from your local library, please do check that out and enjoy. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime today. I hope you enjoyed this one, Hannah and the Ramadan Gift. This one is written by Qasim Rashid and illustrations by Aaliya Jaleel. And we were reading this one with permission of the publishers VIKING and Imprint of Penguin Random House. Thank you so much for joining in. I'll catch you on the other side of this very short break when we're back for more story time. Thank you indeed for being here with us today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Amanda with Amanda Weltman Photography. I'm a photographer and printmaker based in the Pacific Northwest, and I believe that your face deserves wall space. Enjoy today's story time with my favorite storyteller, Mr. LaMotta.
Welcome back. Thank you indeed, Amanda Waltman out there in Seattle, sending you love. And of course, baby Bia and Marlin, and of course, Nate as well. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, everybody. This has been Storytime for today. Absolutely excited to be here with you as always. And we did read a wonderful book, Hannah and the Gift of Ramadan. I hope we learned a thing or two. And of course, I hope we enjoyed the story, the adventure of Hannah today. And of course, we are back again tomorrow with another exciting book, bringing this one back to Storytime, one of my favorites. And this one is called Hats of Faith. Come and join us for this one. It is written by Medea Cohen and Sarah Walsh. Join us for this one. We've brought it to Storytime many times, but it is coming back. We love it that much. Thank you so much for joining in today. Absolutely appreciate you. One more time, let us say who is with us here enjoying Storytime. Good morning to you. How are you doing? One more time, Megan, Ari, and of course, Maple and the Babbies. You're here too. Thank you so much for joining us from out there in Kentucky. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, it is sunny and pleasant out there in Illinois today. Thank you so much for joining in, Sarah and Nathan, and of course, Amanda West. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed our story, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day. Pamela Courtney, good morning to you. And of course, good morning to you, Auntie Anne. Good morning to you, Chad. Good morning to you, Braylon. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I hope that you have a wonderful time out there in Natchitoches, Louisiana. And of course, you say hello to the Storytime family. Well, hello right back at you, sending you hugs and love. Thank you so much for being here with us. Absolutely appreciate you. And is there gonna be a cat story? Oh my goodness, a cat story time. Well. Let's plan to do that. Send me your recommendations, Ari, if you have any ones. But of course, on May 11th, we have a special one just for us right here on Storytime. And yes, Jack the Library Cat will be here with Marietta Apollonia. So please come and join us. Come have fun with us. Guaranteed fun. And of course, it is just what you're asking for, Ari. Come and join in on May 11th. Marietta Apollonia will be here on Storytime. And then don't forget, too, that on June 3rd, we will be at Children's Fairyland right here in Oakland, and for the Children's Book Festival, and lots of creators will be there. So come and join us. Angela Dalton will be there. Mark Barnett will be there. Sean Harris will be there. Christian Robinson, Jen Vedder, and so many others. Come and join us. Come and have fun with us. It's all happening. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And also good to know that you're here with us from Harvard, Massachusetts, Marietta Apollonia, our guest on May 11th. And of course, we send love to you, Henry, as well. And of course, Nick, hopefully you're all having a wonderful time out there in Harvard. Hopefully not too cold anymore. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Well, this has been Storytime for today. Thank you so much for joining in. I wish you nothing but the very best, a wonderful day. Yes, life is full of ups and downs, but I hope that you are on top of those waves. You are indeed enjoying yourself. And we're here indeed to learn together. We're here to evolve together and to continue sharing ideas. So if you have any out there, please do continue to share them. Share recommendations of books. It's the only way that we can tap into those amazing books that you know about that we might not. So please share away. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you have a wonderful time. Let's continue to learn about our communities, to learn about our neighbors, to learn about our world. That's the only way that we can be indeed the best citizens in our communities. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. We're back again tomorrow for Hats of Faith, and I do love this one. Please join me as we bring it back tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful Thursday. Hugs from me, and I'll see you again tomorrow when we're back for more Storytime. Much love from me. Bye-bye. Well, Jeanette Hernandez, great catch. Thank you so much for joining us right at the end. But thank you for being here. I hope that you enjoyed the story that we had. And yes, I'm excited that you are here with us. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. Thank you so much for joining in. And just let us know, too, where are you joining us from? Thank you for being here. Good to see you. Always happy to welcome new faces here to Storytime. And I'm sure the community feels the same way, too. Maple says bye. Well, Maple, bye-bye to you. Thank you so much for being here.
Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, it brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start our reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start on reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. Ooh, story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start on reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start on reading? We just can't wait to be hearing.